Hey guys, it's Steven Werner with Lawn Buddy, and welcome to today's masterclass. So one of the things that we're going to go over today is your LTV. So LTV means your lifetime value. So this is going to help you hone in on actually who you need to keep as clients, who you might need to fire, but also how you continue to build value in your business year over year. So first off, this can get really complicated. That's just a disclaimer. We have boiled this down as much as we possibly can so that we can communicate via this medium, right? But it can get super complicated. We're actually in the link below. We're going to throw some calculators in there for those of you who are more established and can pull a lot of this data. But if you don't have it and you still have questions, you can also schedule some time with us and we can go over it with you one-on-one, especially through your Lawn Buddy account. So let's dive into it. So first thing you're going to want to look at is how much profit from each customer you have in that calendar year. So you're going to look at your profit from last year. Then what you're going to do is you're going to look at the total active customers from that last year. So you're going to divide that from number of active customers. So then, once you get that and you find out what that equation equals, you are going to be able to essentially plug that into the number of years that client has stayed with you. So then you're going to take this, we'll call that X, right? You're going to take that number and then you're going to actually multiply it. So we'll do, you're going to multiply that by the years that they have stayed on. And that is going to essentially give you your rough lifetime value of the customer. Now, one thing that I want to touch on here that it's a very variable that goes into all of this is your churn, your customer churn, right? That is going to be a big factor for some of the more established companies. But even as some of the newer ones are growing, you need to keep an eye on what your churn is, because that is going to tell you how many of your clients are leaving you, and it reduces the amount of lifetime value that clients ultimately bring your company. So we're going to go into your churn and how to prevent it in another video for you. It's very, very important. But just know as you're going through this, churn is going to play a factor into it, and it's something to really keep an eye on. I want to give you an example of how this equation is done. So I'm going to pull some made-up variables out just so I can show you how the math works out on this, right? So essentially what you are going to do, right, is that same thing we just went over. But let's say your profit for last year equals what? Let's say $10,000. And so what you're going to do is you're then going to divide that by the number of clients you had that year previous, and any client who paid you counts, right? So then let's say you had 300 clients on your platform last year. So you're going to divide the 10,000 by 300, and you're essentially going to get 33. So then what you're going to do is you're going to need to multiply this by the number of years on average that they stay with your platform. So that's very important. You need to look at the average, what that is. So let's say for this case, you have this variable here, 33, and let's say the average customer stays on your books for about 4 years. So then you're going to multiply this by 4, and essentially what you're going to get out there's some change on here, but you're going to get about $133 as your customer lifetime value. Now, there are a lot of other variables that go in here. This is just a simplified way that you can do it. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to comment below or send us a message or even schedule some time with us and we can dive into this one-on-one with you.